I've lived in the greater Sacramento area for 40 plus years. My family and I absolutely love it. Does that mean it's perfect? Absolutely not. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons about living in the greater Sacramento area. All right, let's first talk about schools because this is kind of a pro and con. So school rankings can vary quite a bit depending on the neighborhood. So for example, areas such as Folsom, Dorado Hills, Granite Bay, Rocklin, for example, are known for highly ranked schools. And a great resource for that is greatschools.org. There are other areas as well that have good schools, and it can be a little bit patchy, especially in Sacramento. So let me just kind of break this down for you guys. If you have a family, you want to move into the Sacramento area, you want to look at these assigned school boundaries. Every school has an assigned school boundary, which means that you can cross over one street and not be within that school. It's a totally different school system, not school system, but a different school. So one thing to consider here is that even though you have to be within an assigned school boundary, there is an option to do a transfer or to apply for a transfer to be into a school that's outside the school boundaries. So keep it in mind, it's not guaranteed they're going to get into your school if you wish, but it is an option and you can apply every year. Let's also discuss daycare and preschools as well, because there's a lot of options, but they get booked up very quickly as well. So if you're looking to move to Sacramento and you have young kids like me, then you might want to make sure you reach out to a bunch of different preschools and daycares because they can get booked up very, very quickly. If you're looking to get into a rapid learner program for your elementary school kid, then a couple options for you is look at Detterding and Del Paso Manor. Fantastic programs as well. Now, looking at the private sector, a really good private school in Sacramento is Country Day. It is widely regarded, highly ranked, and a lot of people that I know who have kids there absolutely love it. Another pro about living in Sacramento is the great outdoors. As you guys can see right here, this is the beautiful American River Parkway. I talk about it all the time, but I have to mention it again because it is I should say, my favorite place here to walk around. Here we are in late January. It's 60 degrees, even though I'm wearing a jacket. It's 60 degrees, beautiful blue skies, and all green grass here as well. We have wildlife and also the American River just over this hill right here. And the American River Parkway, by the way, is not only all these little pathways, but they have a bike trail that runs from, say, downtown Sacramento or Old Sacramento all the way to Folsom Lake. I believe it's like a 32-mile bike ride. Absolutely beautiful, no cars. You can bike on a lane, all paved to Folsom from Old Town Sacramento. Absolutely beautiful. Also, they have a beautiful place here if you guys want to do any kayaking, fishing, etc. And of course, walking here as well. So this is along the Highway 50 corridor, the American River Parkway, American River here to my left. But we also have the Sacramento River, which runs north and south along, which basically separates West Sacramento from downtown Sacramento. That's an area that's really popular for boating, for example, wakeboarding, water skiing a little bit. And then of course we have the American River as well for, like I mentioned, fishing, kayaking, etc., which goes all the way until Folsom Lake. If you are into the great outdoors, then this is a mecca for people who love to do triathlons, mountain biking, cycling, stand-up paddleboarding, swimming, etc. Tons and tons of options here in the region. And also, if you guys are interested in doing, look at this beautiful place here. I just found this gorgeous. If you're interested in doing cycling, like road biking, a great group in our area is called Folsom or Cycle Folsom. Absolutely cool organization. They have beginner, intermediate, and advanced group bike rides. And take a look at this. I'm not making this up. I actually just kind of found this. Look how beautiful this is. There's the American River. So pretty. So you can do rafting here in the summer. It's really popular. God, it's so pretty here. Do watch out for poison oak though. If you see 3 leaves, shiny, colored in the wintertime, that's poison oak. You don't want to touch that, that's for sure. In any case, let me get back to what I was saying. If you are into the outdoors, which I am, I was a triathlete for a long, long time, but became a dad, now I'm kind of lazy, is that we have so many options. I mean, there's like cycling, fishing, You can go an hour and a half and get to the Lake Tahoe, go skiing there. Tons of options. If you're into mountain biking, Auburn is about 45 minutes away from Sacramento. Fantastic place if you want to do some mountain biking on some single track, fire roads, etc. Awesome place. Something that's been coming up lately though is that even though we have all these trees, we're called the city of trees here, is that it comes with some areas that have severe wildfire zones. So that's not really in Sacramento, but this really pertains to areas in the foothills, for example. So once you get into Dorado Hills, for example, and especially east of Dorado Hills, you would want to look at FEMA maps to look at if any areas you're looking to move to have or located in a severe wildfire zone. And we've been having this issue for a couple of years now where areas that are in these kind of like wildfire hazard areas, it's become more challenging to get an insurance carrier. On top of that, the premiums have increased quite a bit over the past several years as well. We do have what's called the California Fair Plan, but it has minimal coverage and also the premiums are absolutely insane as well. So again, this does not pertain for the vast majority of the region here, but this really pertains to especially the foothills. Again, starting really kind of in Dorado Hills, Cameron Park, and of course in Placerville and headed east as well. And of course on the Interstate 80 corridor, parts of Rocklin, but especially once you get into Loomis, Penryn, Newcastle, etc. Definitely have a look at some FEMA maps regarding that. Now, speaking of that, we do have these areas where they have wildfire zones, but something you guys should be aware of as well. We also have flood zones as well. Now, this does not pertain to the foothills, of course, in general, but especially in Sacramento. So this is very important because we have severe flood zones and just a regular flood plain. So much of Sacramento is in a regular floodplain. And let me just give you my experience regarding this. I've lived in Sacramento for, again, like over 40 years, and I have never had flood insurance. I think my parents never had flood insurance as well. We are in a flood zone, but not a severe flood zone. A severe flood zone, again, have a look at FEMA maps, is Natomas, which is a community city about 10 minutes north of downtown Sacramento, basically where our airport's located, but also in the Pocket Greenhaven area, which is about 5 minutes south of downtown Sacramento. In those areas that have a special flood hazard, your home insurance premiums are also going to be a little bit higher compared to an area that's just in a regular flood zone. So just something to keep in mind when you're looking at making a move here. You can ask your realtor, you can ask myself if you're looking at making a move here in Sacramento. And by the way, my team and I love helping people relocate here. You guys can tell my passion for our region. Absolutely love living here. And we've helped over 40 individuals and families actually move here, who've all found me through YouTube. It's absolutely fun. So in any case, if you guys want to learn more about the Sacramento region, of course, subscribe. And of course, you can email me as well, which is jason@meetjasonwalter.com. If you're looking to make a move here, happy to help, whether it's this year, next year, or 2030. All right, up next, let's talk about affordability. So Sacramento region in general is much more affordable compared to the San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, of course, right? But it's become a little bit less affordable, especially compared to the past several years, due to a lot of people who are relocating here. A lot of people are buying houses here, and that's why prices are increasing so much. So the affordability was much more so several years ago before COVID, but it is relatively much more affordable compared to the San Francisco Bay Area and Los Angeles, for example. So for example, in the San Francisco Bay Area, you're looking at over $1 million for average home price, but in Sacramento, it's around $600,000 in January of 2025. And this, of course, is one of the main reasons why a lot of people have moved from the San Francisco Bay Area to Sacramento. And just a personal side note as well, my wife, I actually met my wife before she was my wife. She lived in San Francisco, and I dragged her to Sacramento because, of course, my business is here and my family here is here as well. So my wife was in San Francisco for over 10 years. And for her moving to Sacramento, it took her some time to get adjusted to kind of a slower pace of living. You don't have all these things to do like you do in San Francisco, for example, but For raising a family, it's just absolutely awesome. And of course, we have this absolute beautiful area here in the American River Parkway as well. I mean, you can't beat this over here. San Francisco, of course, is beautiful as well, but it was an adjustment because, of course, we're a much smaller community compared to the Bay Area, for example, but overall, absolutely love it. With that said, if you guys are looking to make a move to my neck of the woods, then please reach out. My email is jason@meetjasonwalter.com, or you can check out my website, which is realestateteamfinder.com. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.